My philosophy has always been the best system are the one where both of the partner can remember. Background of my pre-coaching life. I was a techie. I was the vice president or equivalent rank in a Fortune 200 company. In the tech world, are the biggest egoist individual contributors. I saw so much of similarity between these people and the bridge players. My job was to obviously get them all together, work on a project. That is where this interesting concept of working on the partnership came up. You can be a beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, world class. Then comes another angle in the bridge world. There is the pro and the client. Whenever you are talking about partnerships, I look at it from this angle, the skill level, the typical relationship, financial relationships, but most importantly, the length of the partnership they have been playing together.
One of the things that I'm fascinated about in the bridge world is partnerships. They're little mini marriages with their ups and their downs, your crushes, over and over again. It's what I see at the bridge table is people's egos are too important. When something goes wrong, they have this urge to tell the opponents. It takes a strong ego to sit there very calmly. You don't have to prove it to anybody. Be a strong enough human being to not put your partner down in front of the opponents, because what is that going to do to your partnership? Is that going to make you guys any stronger, any better?
There are people who specializes in playing with clients. I have huge respect for them because most of the clients come in with their own sets of egos. The pro is not only trying to play good himself, but he is trying to cover up for things that might go wrong. Because in the greater context of the team, the pro is trying to manage that. Now, let me come back. I work with a lot of pro-client relationship. I observe it and I let the pro take a lead on it. Even if there is a coach who is telling us, ultimately it will be me and you sitting down on the table. We have to play together. If you have a certain thought process on this, it is better for me to follow that rather than a third person. That's why I let the pro take a lead on designing the fine aspects. They come back to me from time to time because I work with so many people that they might not have a clear-cut solution themselves. Instead of giving anything complicated, I would rather have a simple ground rule. If we have not found a fit, it is that way. It may or may not be the right thing. Confusion will not be there. I have seen more IMPs being lost because the partnerships were not in sync, rather than trying to find an exotic solution to a hand which doesn't fit anywhere. My philosophy has always been the best system are the one where both of the partner can remember.
Where people are comfortable, where you're not so up in your head trying to remember too many things. Nowadays, with a new partnership, I want it pretty simple. What's comfortable? I start having some conversations, and there's an expert standard here in the US. And if you play that, we'll have a couple of talks. Do you play one of the major 2-no Trump as a limit raise plus? I love to play that system. What is our continuations here? Are we playing 1 minor, 2 minor as a game force? Great. What are those follow-ups? If people are on that same page, we have that quick discussion and then we leave it at that. We don't add a lot more complexity to the card.
Another idea is this is something that more I work with people, I'm coming to the conclusion, and even other people, most of your effort goes into handling competitive auction. If I have to practice 50 hands with my partner, hands will be for uncontested auctions and 30 hands for contested auctions. More people realize that today handling contested auctions is the core to partnership.
That's where I think playing transfers after somebody doubles in a competitive auction puts you at such an advantage over the people that don't play it.
If both partnerships are comfortable with transfers, it is okay to start off. Else, if one partner is not comfortable, I always say, start off with without transfer. You can later graduate to transfers once you are comfortable. It is
Partnership thing, that's also what I've found is keep it somewhat simple where we're both
Mhm.
comfortable in the get-go and
Yeah.
see if you're going to even start to play long term and then add because I've wasted so much time going over system.
one-off tournaments playing with partner with whom I'm not going to play ever. I would say, give me your card, I will play that because it is easy for me. If I have few questions, I will ask them. If you take an acbl card, a lot of the auction and developments, there are not too many spaces for you to write. At most, you write the first level responses. I might discuss, you open one club, the next person bids two clubs. What are my bids? Subsequently, let's say, for example, one club, two club, we play two heart is a good raise in clubs. I bid two heart, you bid three club. What do I do after that? Are they natural? These are the things that typically you start off discussing with a new partnership. When it comes to old season partnership, that is the time the work that I do is I get into more and more detail. Most of the work that I do, very seldom do I land up working with absolutely new partnership. I have worked with them. These might be absolutely two great experts. They are experts in their own
Right.
way.
They've been
They are trying to
hired
come together.
onto a major team and now they have to
Correct.
figure out their system together.
Correct. I might run them through, say, this two note trump, this thing. Like this, probably around 5 or 6 sessions, I will get the uncontested portion sorted out for them. But overall, I have found that in general, partnership coaching is only for serious people. They want to improve. They have a commitment to play long term. That's the biggest one.
When somebody decides to work with you, do you have uncontested auction, a package that you would do with somebody, or how does that usually work out? How do people come in and work with you?
I have 4 sessions pre-packaged. The first session will be the uncontested, but different types. You open a major, I have a Jacoby 2 note trump. Open a major, I have few splinters. You open a major, I have a 2/1. You open a major, I have a jump shift. Different types of combinations. On a 2-hour session, I take them through most of the uncontested auctions. Session 2 will be, we are opening and they are interfering. I open a minor or a major or a no trump and they are interfering. That's session 2. Typically, over a period of 2 hours, I would cover between 25 to 30 hands, covering different scenarios. Session 3 will be on opening a club, a major or a minor or a no trump, and we are interfering. Typically, fourth will be on very specialized. They open a weak note trump. What are your defenses to weak note trump? They open multi. What are your defense to multi? These sessions include stuff like, okay, various types of two-suitor bits. Either they are doing a two-suitor bit or we are doing a two-suitor bit. The fourth day is more around these artificial opening. By the time they are done with these 4 sessions, at least they have got their basic agreement sorted. With these 4 sessions, and a lot of partnership come to me typically before the US Nationals, where they are planning to play 1 or 2 events together. I have had 1 or 2 situations where people were playing the selection trial, usbf.